Hey, yo, what up, everybody? So I made this video because I think it's a really important subject when it comes to Torghast and also when it comes to your sanity as a human being who wants to progress in World of Warcraft. So it's kind of no secret if you look at the forums or anywhere else that when you hit level 3 of the Torghast kind of stages, that the bosses like spike in difficulty. They get really, really difficult, and people are calling them bugged and impossible, and every other superlative for bad in this context. And really, what it is it's a buff they get, right? Bosses and elites get this buff right here called Unnatural Power. It's essentially a softened rage timer. So if you don't kill the boss before they acquire 10 stacks of Unnatural Power, you are essentially Zed from Pulp Fiction. And he is dead as fuck. So what we're going to do here is show you a technique that I think I just discovered. I didn't see it anywhere. I just caught it playing. That lets you drop the boss stacks. It, I think, will only work with classes with pets. So if that's not you or that doesn't interest you, feel free to skip the video. And if you don't really give a shit about the context and just want to see like how to beat the bosses and get them to drop their stacks, you can skip ahead to these timestamps and you'll be able to do that. All right, so here's some screen caps I took today. I just typed in Unnatural Power. I wanted to see what people were saying about it. And here's, from the forums, people are saying it's something needs to be done, it needs to be changed. People are calling it a bug instead of saying it needs to be nerfed, saying it needs to be fixed. And I think, the fact is these guys aren't impossible on layer 3. You just need to understand what's going on. And I think part of the trouble is there's a lack of information out there. Like I was saying, this strategy I came up with, it wasn't readily available. I had to dink around and figure it out. So here's some footage of something. This was from today, so my eye level is a little higher here, 176, but I wanted just to see what would happen if I just stood and DPS this dude. So to give all you guys watching like a sense of how hard they hit as these stacks pile up and how much damage you need to do. So at 176 eye level, I did about 75% and he killed me. That is worth noting. I don't know if it was bugged or if it's because it was my second time in Torghast for the week, but I couldn't get any buffs and stuff, so I'm pretty light on those, so my damage is a little light. So here I wanted to check and see too, because I don't know like everything about this buff, just kind of what I've experienced. So I wanted to just double check and make sure that it wasn't a proximity thing, that to get the stacks to drop you actually needed to be invis or off the aggro table. Because it's easy for mages, but I wanted to find out if other classes could do it too who don't have invis. So here he's pretty 9 stacks. Oh, 10. It looked really close. Like if I ran far enough away, they might reset. And he did hit me there right at the end as he got his 10th stack, but I don't think it mattered. I think he gets it anyways because I was pretty far away and he gained a bunch of stacks. Just to show how hard they hit at 10 stacks, that was a close-up of my fully buffed frost meter bar, and he still kills me in like 4 shots. So really the objective here is killing the boss before they get to 10 stacks. And I found when you go invisible and get off the aggro table, the boss's stacks reset. They'd fall off after time, but then the boss resets. So I thought, well, how do I stay in combat but also get off the aggro table? And that's when I came up with the brilliant idea to pop my mirror image and then invis to do both those things at once. So here's how that works. Here's a video of me. I've done this before, so this one's kind of, I just want to show you guys the ropes here. I had no buffs, as I mentioned earlier, so I wanted to pop all my DPS cooldowns at the beginning and do as much damage as possible. This way, throughout the fight, I can use my Night Fae ability again, hit Icy Veins more than once, just get all of my cooldowns kind of bookended on the fight. Beyond that, I'm just being smart. I'm kiting, I'm slowing. I'm always hitting him with a Frost Nova or a Blizzard to make sure he's slow. And I'm just popping in as much DPS as possible. So what I'm trying to do here is set up something where I can kind of slow him and trap him or hit him with a Frost Nova and then pop my mirror image and my invis. And that way he's kind of stuck on the other end of the room when I pop my... when I pop out those things. So the mirror images have a better chance to live just because he's not like, after him right away. It takes him a little while to get there and start attacking. So as you see, I hit him in a Frost Nova there, pop my mirror images at max distance, and now you'll see I have some time for his stacks to drop off. They're there at 6, and since I'm off the aggro table, boom, they fall off. And then I come out of Invis like ASAP when the stacks drop. I was actually a little slow on this one. And then from here, it's back to kiting and being smart and just doing as much damage as you can before he hits 10 stacks again. So yeah, that's really just a simple kite now. He's kind of no different than any other elite at this point. Just make sure you're doing the DPS necessary to kill him before 10. And that's really it. I did my first kill on, it was actually this exact guy, but it was last week. So my gear score at the time was 163. No freaking way I could have done it without this, because it's just, you don't have the DPS, maybe even with smoke bombs. I know people say, well, just throw some smoke bombs if you're lucky enough to get them. Yeah, good luck. I mean, I don't know. I don't think that gives you as much time as this method does. Plus, you don't want to be relying on RNG. The vendor in here, doesn't always drop the smoke bombs. I mean, admittedly, they're great. Like if you can get them and you can do the DPS, get them. But this is just a surefire way to give you a really, really fighting chance to kill these bosses. Elite level mobs can also have the Unnatural Power buff on these level 3s. So sometimes if you pull an elite and the buff has been stacking for whatever reason and you don't notice when you pull it, they'll be like immune to CC right away and just kick the shit out of you and you'll be dead. And I think that's why people think it's like a bug, because a regular elite shouldn't be able to like one-shot you. But if they've already been stacking this, I don't know how, again, exactly how it all works, but it's happened to me before. The best thing you can do is just run away, like let it reset. Because if you get off the aggro table, just like this boss, the stacks on that elite will disappear and then you can kill it. I mean, a lot easier than with it having any stacks, much less 10. And for anyone wondering why this buff even exists, it's just to prevent, endless kiting, to make these bosses a joke if you could just kite them up and down this hallway forever. So they want to kind of check you a little bit on stuff like that. Okay, here's the formula I discovered. If you drop off the aggro table, the boss will drop its stacks of Unnatural Power, but he'll reset. So you need to find a way to drop off the aggro table, but keep the boss in combat. And with a mage, it was really easy. I would just pop mirror image to kind of engage the boss and keep him in combat. And then right away after, I'd pop Invis to drop off the aggro table. His stacks would drop off. I'd pop out of Invis and resume the fight with the boss having no stacks. So a couple problems. If you're not a mage, you don't have Invis to drop off the aggro table. I know, for example, like if hunters have Feign Death, but I'm not sure if that works the same as Invis does in these fights. But I found something that does. No matter what character, you can use this item and it will act just like Mage Invis. And that's the Precious Bloodthorn Loop, a ring from Warlords of Draenor that is still available in the game. I just got it today to test it for you guys and make sure it worked. So same principle as I use as my mage. You can just get your pets, whether that's your Voidwalker, like your actual pets if you're a hunter or whatever else, have them stay on the boss. You use this ring to go Invis, and you will drop off the aggro table. And when you do that, the boss will drop his stacks. And as soon as that happens, you pop back in the fight. Now, does anyone remember this ring right here, this Precious Bloodthorn Loop?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, cool, man. You'll probably really like this next part then. So here I am, like, kiting the boss around, hitting him, slowing him, doing all this shit, getting ready to go Invis. I want to trap him on one side of the room so my mirror images can live longer, because it will take him longer to get to them.
So you can go Invis?
You want to?
Yep. Sure can. Watch his stacks.
God.
Yeah, I know, right? His stacks are about to fall off. Boom. And that's it. Then you pop back out of the fight and
I
you
held
just kill
on to
him.
this ring for the whole time, because I knew it was really good. I never wanted to get rid of it.
Yeah, man, it's dope. And now you can use it for Torghast, level 3. If you didn't keep yours for mod like Asmon here, you just kill one mob to get it.
Wow.
I know. Shadow Moon Valley, homie.
So easy.
Yeah, I know. It's this mob that looks like Smeagol from Lord of the Rings, or like Babeagle, I think his name is, or Gomer. Something like that. I don't know. Gorum. There you go. That's all you got to do. So now you can live like a mage too, buddy. Awesome. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was kind of long, but this is important and it's cool, and it could, again, save you from ramming your head into the wall, literally and figuratively. And I hope it was helpful. Thanks. Peace out. Have a good one, and like and subscribe if you thought this was helpful, or leave any questions in the comments. Appreciate it. See ya.